Alright, so today we're going to look at HelpSpot automation rules. We can think about HelpSpot automation rules as scheduled queries that are run on a regular basis that then perform an action when that query is matched. We can access the automation rules by going to the admin area and then triggers and rules and then automation rules. Alright, in the automation rules screen I can add a new automation rule or edit any automation rules that I already have created. Let's go ahead and walk through creating a new automation rule to see what that process looks like. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is give the automation rule a name. In this case, I'm going to create an automation rule for escalating requests. Alright, now I need to set some criteria for this automation rule. In this case, I want to automate the escalation of requests that have not been updated in the last 24 hours. So you can see here I already have one criteria to test if the request is open. I'm going to go ahead and add another criteria, and I'm going to choose the minutes since last update option. Now I can use the calculator to input the minutes for a larger time period easily here. So I'll just put in 1 day. And I'm going to say if the minutes since last update is greater than 1,440. Alright, so those are my conditions that I need. Now I need to choose what action I want to be performed when these conditions are met on a request. In this case, I'm going to set the status to escalated. Just like with the criteria, I could also add multiple actions that I want to have performed here on this request. Now at the bottom, I have several options that I can select for how this rule is run. The first option is important. It is the run this rule once per request. What this default checkbox does is prevents the automation from being run in a loop more than once on a single request. In this case, I want to leave this checked because I just want the requests to be escalated once. If you need an automation to run more than once, you'll want to uncheck this box, but then you will also need to add criteria that will prevent looping. I can also choose to suppress any staff notifications that result from these actions. I can also choose the schedule on which this automation runs. By default, automations are going to run once every minute. So that means that every minute, all of the requests in HelpSpot are going to be checked to see if they meet this criteria. And if so, this action will be performed. I have some other common options here, like every 5 minutes, every hour, twice daily, weekly, etc. If those default scheduling options don't fit your criteria, you can also choose to run this automation rule on a custom schedule, and then on your HelpSpot server, schedule the rule out via a cron job or scheduled task. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and test my conditions, and we can see we get a sample of all of the results that are returned by my criteria. And now I can choose to go ahead and add my rule. And you can see this confirmation dialog is just confirming that my rule is going to take effect immediately. And click OK, and now this automation rule will start running in the background for me. And that's a quick overview of automation rules inside of HelpSpot.